We have worked a lot of different mechanisms into the playground where it's both reminders of the basics of leadership development or human interaction, and then also what is a topic that is more on the forefront that we usually might not discuss right now in other spaces, and where we can explore it together and co-create that space together. How do we, based on the understanding or the knowledge that we're generating in the room, go and create the future that we want to see? That is one of the core intentions. How do we co-create the future together?
Playfulness is something that we've had through our entire childhood. We love learning through play. It opens up who we are and our curiosity. It makes it easier to take in new information and also create and play with who we want to be in this world that we're creating.
The combination here of the play and the ground, finding a playful way to joy and being grounded, which we understood was one of the foundations for the playground, immediately spoke to me.
My leader invited me to join her to these 2 days, and I actually didn't really know what exact topic I was coming for. So I took it very spontaneously. I'm working with people and development and training. So of course, I have heard of future leaders and I've heard of the impact that you have. So I was very curious.
I met Tillman a few years back through my job working with leadership development and confidence building, and have been looking for a way to explore this myself. And when this topic came up in the context of the playground, I thought, this is it.
Just within the first few hours, I feel you have strong facilitators, very good in creating a safe space, getting us to understand why we are here, what we are here for, and the framework around it.
It's been really interesting and positive. I was super curious and intrigued, I must say, because the topic is a bit fluffy, kind of joy. How can you work around joy in a context also of a workplace? And I love how you've broken it down into looking at both the signs of joy, how it's connected with our bodies, the different strategies and enablers for joy, and how we also bring it into the workplace scenarios.
My biggest takeaway was maybe how much more important it is than I thought, and finding my glimmers of joy in everyday life. I wasn't clear about how much I'm dependent on other people to experience joy, how important it actually is to have a network and to be close to my colleagues, for example.
It's made me reflect that to get it all the way into a bigger part of work, it's important to loop it into our private lives and think that we are whole people showing up at work. So we need to support people in experiencing joy to be engaged and efficient at work as well.
What I really appreciate is that you challenge us to be a little more progressive and outside our comfort zone. It's something about the space you choose that creates this kind of openness for alternative approach, yet in a very good business context facilitation. The presenters, highly credible, and also the time we have to discuss with each other and to get to know the entire room.
Seeking those opportunities to challenge yourself with something that you don't know if you like or not, or know enough about or not, will bring you forward. And just exposing yourself to new people, new settings, a great way to become more engaged in life, more connected.
I'm actually quite nervous when I meet new groups. And after your icebreaker, just within the first 15 minutes, I was like, oh, cool, this is going to be fun.
People enter the space with that expectation of I'm going to learn something about content and knowledge, and I'm going to take that back into my work, and it's going to be awesome. And then the space that we create has the sense of community and belonging.
And then, yes, we learned all these very nice things, but it's this deep feeling of belonging to a bigger community and having motivation, like leaving here and feeling like a much deeper drive to do something.
Yeah, I want to do shit now.
Exactly.
It's less about where do you work and what's your background. It is more about, am I curious about the future? Do I want to learn something? And do I want to be in an ecosystem of like-minded people?
That's basically the only criteria that we have. That you're curious and that you want to co-create together with others, and that you have a vision for what the future can be, and that you want to put energy and time into that.